purpose. I'm walking in my purpose.
So today with us on Stewart Talk, we have with us a very special guest. Here on Stewart Talk, we walk in our purpose on purpose. And today I'm introducing Miss Sabriyah Davis, an exceptional entrepreneur and a performer, recently honored Rising Star Award in Toledo, Ohio, and the body that we do, with her business and her brand rapidly gaining momentum. Ms. Davis is a beacon of innovation and inspiration for young girls and the youth around the city of Toledo, NWO, Northwest Ohio, and further on. She is definitely walking in her purpose on purpose. How you doing today?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. So where did this journey start with being an entrepreneur, owning your business, and even performing? Where did all this start for you at?
So my journey with being an entrepreneur started in high school. So when I was 17, I started sewing and I was like, I would like to do this for other people. So I did some custom clothing during high school, which, building that brand completely from scratch. I did my website, did my logo. So from the logo, people were like, I like that. Do you do graphic design? So I started doing graphic design, which my gosh, it's been 6 years. I think we've had that business 6 years.
Yeah.
So now with knowing like how to run a business and how to build a brand, I have Destination Picnic, which has been going for 3 years now.
Wow, that's amazing. What inspired you to focus on destination picnics, and what made you say, let me do this? I feel like people need this, and this is an avenue that I can really be successful in.
So when it comes to Destination Picnic, it's sort of like it happened to me. It found me because it was coming out of COVID, and I wanted to do this for my birthday. So I was like, what can I do to make people comfortable and just outdoors? People didn't want to be indoors at that time. So I came up with Destination Picnic. People saw me do it, and you know how Facebook is. Everybody was like, I want that too. Do it for me. Yeah. So the first week that I launched everything, I had about 5 bookings that following week. So it's been going ever since.
Wow. What has been some of your biggest challenges you faced with opening this business?
So my biggest challenges were definitely sourcing materials, because it's completely funded from my own self, just a self-starter that way. And then another big thing that I had to overcome, and it was difficult, was just the naysayers, because they hear it's picnics, like I can do this for myself. But it's a little bit more than that. It's a little bit more elevated and curated.
Yeah. How did you overcome those challenges with, what people were saying, and even the income, and even, making sure you did it the right way? Because I know you, just by how you grew up, just by, the type of work you do things indecently and in order. Like, it's not just, I'm just about to throw this. When you put something together and when you're even involved in something, it's ran, like it's supposed to be. It's a standard, so to say. So how did you allow, the things that you may have faced as challenges to overcome them?
So a lot of the overcoming of like the naysayers were mainly like talking to the right people, like my family or my friends, who are really, really supportive. And, they're always, if you want to do it right. Yeah. Don't give up. And if you need help, just don't feel free to reach out to us and ask us.
Yeah. What does Destination Picnics have to offer for those that might not know?
So Destination Picnic is a luxury picnic business, which is a little bit more elevated than your regular like pillows and blankets in the park. So I bring out custom-made tables. I bring out nice plush pillows, blankets. I have parasails. I have French umbrellas. We offer all the plating, all the floral decorations. We offer photography. We offer bakery. So we partner with a lot of local small businesses, because, community is what keeps your business thriving. So we really, really like to do that. And that really keeps us going.
Can you share your favorite picnic setup and your most memorable event that you put up and set up?
So my favorite picnic would probably be I did a Mother's Day picnic, and so I had about 25 women at that, and we all, sat around and talked about motherhood, and
Yeah.
from people who are seasoned mothers, people who are newly fresh pregnant, people who just had a kid. And so it was really amazing to see a group of women come together and share ways on how you can be a better parent, or the difficulties that are shared between the new mothers and the older mothers. So that was something that is really, really memorable to me, because it also helped other people gain something from that experience at that picnic.
Yeah. And you can tell just by talking about it how you light up. So you really love this. Your
I
baby,
do.
it's your business. And they say when you can do something that you love doing it, it's not no longer a job. So I can tell that within your business and your brand. How
Mhm.
do you ensure that each picnic is unique, and how do you allow yourself to be stress-free?
Oh man, that's a good question. Now I don't know about the stress-free part. I take on the stress of the decorating, so my clients
Yeah,
can come and they're comfortable and they have a good time.
yeah,
Now, when I come back, the stress-free part is when they're smiling and they're happy and they say thank you for this experience. So with catering the picnic to the person and making it special, I allow people to choose, like if they have a certain aesthetic they want to go for, or a certain color scheme they want to go
yeah.
for. Just incorporating that for people, and when they show up they just think, oh, this is specifically for me, like this is my favorite thing, something incorporated into the picnic.
Yeah. So how do Miss Davis balance yourself with your business, your brand? You're involved with other because you're basically a creator, you're involved in
Yeah.
media, different things like that. How do you find balance so you're getting strength and energy you need because you're pouring out to so many things and you're meeting the needs of others? So how do you make sure that you stay balanced and focused as well?
So I manage a lot of things, for my business, and then I'm really, really deep into like the theater world. So I
Yeah.
costume and I choreograph and I assistant direct things. I would say I do work a lot. I'm gonna be honest, I do work. But in my free time, I really like to focus on like my hobby. So I'll go roller skating, or
Yeah.
I'll sew something, or I'll like bake a dish or make a cake or something like that. So that's things that I put aside just for me, things that I'm not trying to, market or sell to other people. They're just specifically for my free time.
Yeah, you all in my notes. So with the rollerblading, do you know how to skate backwards? Do you know how to do tricks, routines, patterns, like kind of how they was in ATL? Do you can get on like that?
Oh my gosh. I wish I could skate like I was in ATL. I can backward skate a little bit in like an open parking lot, not around the rink, because I might fall. I would definitely fall. I can, swerve a little bit. I'll dance to the
Yeah.
music while I'm skating. So it's more of a fun hobby than a skill right now.
So what about the sewing part? What garment have you sewed that's special or unique to you, or do you just mess around with it and just sew different things that need it, or do you crochet? What part of the sewing do you really get into?
So I would consider myself a dressmaker. I love making ball gowns, any type of dresses. But I don't like to limit myself when it comes to sewing. So I'll do pants or shirts or custom work for people. I do have like a couple custom clients that I work with from time to time. And then in the theater world, I recently costumed the bodyguard at the Croswell Opera House. So I was the lead designer for that, which was a lot to handle in my busy season, but it turned out really, really great.
Yeah, alongside your business, you also perform on stage and you have been in multiple commercials. How do you balance being able to choreograph, being able to do the designs, and even be inside the play or whatever the performance is? Have you ever had to do multiple of those things?
Oh, absolutely. I would say this season has been a little crazy for me. I'm trying to find what my work limit is, because I've always worked for myself. So sometimes like I don't really know that. So I've been in my picnic season, and then I crossed over costuming the bodyguard. And then while I was costuming and doing my business, I started working on another show, choreographing. So it really comes down to organization. So I got myself an iPad and I just write everything down in there to keep myself on track.
Yeah. Can you tell us about I know we mentioned during the intro you won the Rising Star Award in Toledo and the We Do. Is it WEDO or is it just We Do?
WEDO, yeah.
Okay, the WEDO award as well. Can you tell us about both of those awards and how you came about winning it and how did you feel when you knew that you won it?
So that was a really long process. So they send out this application and you fill out all these things about yourself and all the accolades and everything that you've done leading up to this business. And sitting down writing that stuff for me was like, wow, I really have done a lot in my short 25 years that I've been here. So like a main chunk of my stuff has been probably the last 8 years or so, just
Yeah.
shoved into one template, just one paragraph for the We Do Awards. I would say winning that was a little surreal for me because I love everything that I do. So it's not something that I'm looking to be rewarded for from like
Yeah.
outside spaces. So it was nice just to be acknowledged in the community and even winning the awards. The city of Toledo, they gave me like a plaque and like we're
Yeah.
acknowledging that you've done this and this and this in our community. So it's been really cool. Just collaborating with the people that I met there and getting mentors from the people that I met there and new connections through that.
Yeah, and you mentioned family. Your family was with you when you got your awards, in
Mm-hmm.
the picture with you. What does family mean to you, and how have they motivated you up until this point of your career and your life?
Mm-hmm. So my family, they have been so supportive. I would say I'm the one in the family that went off the beaten path. Um, so everybody's like very much we have masters in this and we have degrees in that. But I just didn't see that for myself. And I think like my parents knew like this is gonna be the kid that does something different. So they've always been supportive, even like from me choosing not to continue on through college, but choose like an entrepreneurial path.
Yeah. Can you speak? I'm glad you touched on that. Can you speak on that to the youth who are interested in taking the entrepreneur thing, but might don't know the decision to make? They might got a passion for it, but they don't know and they might not have the confidence. So what would you say to them? Because your success, your motto at look, I want this. This is where my heart is at. This is where my desire at, and I'm going on it and I'm doing it, and you're doing
Mm-hmm.
it at a high level. So you're what it looked like. So what could you say to them?
I would say just the path to entrepreneurship is just really finding your clan of people that are going to really, really, really support you. And sometimes it is really, really hard to do something that you've never seen and create something that's never been done in your community. Um, and just sometimes you got to put on blinders. And if you feel it in your soul, like this is for me, then
Yeah.
9 times out of 10 it is, and just keep going and keep trying. And if it doesn't work, sit down and think of a new plan on how you're going to get there. And for me, when I do that, it just always works out. But you got to keep a clear mind. You got to stay positive. You got to get rid of
Yeah.
the naysayers and go to bed early so you can wake up early and get to work.
Yeah. You played in Ragtime,
Mm-hmm.
right? That was one of the many that you played in. Which one was your favorite role that you played in and favorite play that you played in?
Oh man. Honestly, I would say my favorite role, I was in Little Shop of Horrors and I played one of the three what was it? The Ronettes. So that was really,
Okay.
really fun because I got to like be up there and be cute with my two friends on stage. So that was
Yeah.
fun. And I actually really, really love Ragtime. That's like my top tier show. I've done it twice. I just recently did it with Toledo Opera. So I was a dancer in that, which
Okay.
is a great experience. So I got to work with a couple people who have been in the original show on Broadway, people who are equity members, people who flew in. So it was great to be on a stage with that level of talent.
Yeah. Do you still do photography and model as well?
You know, with my schedule, not so much. Most of my pictures are mainly for like business purposes. I'm gonna get a new
Yeah.
headshot, but not too much on the modeling end.
Yeah. So family and friends that watching that listen to her, birthdays, special gifts, a photography session, photo session for her. Hint, hint.
Yeah, I know a lot of people. I got a lot of followers.
Right. You which performance was you in with Dominique? Shout out to Dominique. He was in one with you, right?
Yeah, I've been in a lot of performances with him. We were in my first show musical was Memphis, and I was in that with him. He's
Okay.
also been like a choreographer, director to me in so many shows, or sometimes I'll work alongside him. We were in Ragtime together both times that I did it. So we're always, in cahoots with each other in the same circle.
Yeah, I love it. Um, what mark do you hope that Destination Picnic leave on your clients and even the city of Toledo and the community?
I think Destination Picnic has just, for my clients personally, have left a very unique experience that they probably will never forget because I'm such a specific business that you can't find everywhere. And I think when it comes to the city, because I am probably like one of the first in Toledo to do this, it has just built such a great how do I say this? For me, it's just built such a great source of community and put me in like different places where I've never thought that I would be. And like organizations, like I was invited to join Toledo Chamber of Commerce recently, and then I'm also in Toledo Rotaract. So those are things that I was invited to because the community saw my business and saw this girl is doing good. I want to help her. I want to keep her going. So how about we get around some people that, just understand. And then I've also been able to give back to the community with my business. So I've given out, I auction off picnics to nonprofits or to local private schools or like dance schools and things like that. So in those auctions, it's just to help raise money for like scholarships and things like that. So I've done Maumee Valley Country Day, St. Francis, the Victory Center, which is rehabilitation for people who are going through cancer or are, coming out of it. I've done dance schools to help girls who can't afford the tuition because it can get really expensive. I've also worked with a little girls like etiquette school to help them raise money and just to like teach them plating and things like that. So I'm really, really community based, even though I am a for-profit business. So I just like to keep that going.
Yeah, what do you envision the future of your brand and your business as you continue to grow older and you continue to excel and elevate as the years to come?
For my brand, I really just want people to continue to know that I am so for small businesses and so for all of us winning and just being collaborative with the people around me and using the resources that I have that are just right here in Toledo to elevate our city and to get other people's businesses out there. And I think for the future of my business, I would love for it to keep going. And I don't have a plan for it to start, but just get bigger and bigger. I really would enjoy getting into bigger events that are not so picnic. So I think I'm ready for, a step up for sure.
What pivotal advice did somebody tell you that you can give to the young entrepreneurs who are starting a business, that somebody gave you a gem that you can pass off to them?
I think one of the most like pivotal things that I have been told is like from my mother. So she would always say like, when you walk into a room, always walk into the room as yourself. Don't try to put on a fake front. Don't try to put on somebody that you're not because people are going to see through that. And a lot of brands are, or especially when it comes to small business, or even now that we have influencers out there and they're always in the screen, people come to you because of your personality first.
Yeah.
So whoever you are, just make it work for you because I'm sure somebody out there is going to love you as you are. And those are the people who are going to be like real with you and upfront with you and really, really support you and not just from what they can gain from your success.
Yeah. Last couple questions we get you out of here. What does identity mean to you, self-identity, and how have you allowed your identity to allow you to continue to be great, but not compare yourself and look at you and look at other people, but to continue to stay in your lane and make the main thing and not try to be over and beyond what you want to do, but do what you know you need to do and what's, being beneficial for your brand.
So I would say for me, self-identity is definitely something that is just, for some people, it's just built. It's just there. It's in them. So for me, it's been over the years of like being like the naysayers and the no's and this don't work. It builds up a tough skin for sure. So as you go, you gain like that confidence in yourself, that confidence like, okay, you said it wouldn't work. I did it and it worked.
Yeah.
So take it as like, okay, that's one thing that's back into my soul, back into my spirit, that's going to build that confidence up. So I would say just that self-identity itself, even if you don't have people who are feeding great things into you all the time, or somebody in your corner who's supporting you, that is going to be that thing that really keeps you forward, whether somebody's there or not.
Yeah. And whatever comes to your mind or on your heart, can you give words of encouragement to the youth that may be listening?
I would say to the youth, just always try to strive to be unique to whoever you are. Finding a sense of self is what's kept me going and kept my mind creative to create something like Destination Picnic and even like any other outlets that I have. So if you have anything that you want to do that's not really seen out in the world, you can definitely do it for sure. And I'll be there to help. And if you reach out to me, I'm going to tell you what you need to do. And I'm going to do it in my personality, and I'm going to be upfront, and I'm going to support you.
Yeah. And how can people reach you or reach your businesses? What's your tags where they can follow you and to see the amazing job that you're doing?
So my tags on Instagram is destination_picnic. And then on Facebook, it's DES Picnic. Yep. Okay. So you can find me there, and my emails are there, my phone number, or you can just message the page, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can.
Yeah. So we thank you for coming on. We're spotlighting you for your great work. You're so selfless. You're evolving as a woman, as a businesswoman, as an entrepreneur, and you are giving something to the community that's needed, giving something to people, a resource that saves them a lot of time and money, and it's so convenient, and experiences like no other that they're able to get with your business and your brand. We just thank you. We pray that God continue to bless you, cover you, give you favor, and that he continue to put you in front of the people you need to be around, that he elevate you and your business and your brand. You're going to be meeting people. You're going to be reaching places that you ain't never thought you was, but be bold, be courageous, and know that you can do it. So we thank you for that.
Thank you so much.